What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Transformers YouTube review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a very popular figure in recent years, like probably one of the most popular figures in the past 5 years, at least from what I've seen and what I think. But this is Transformers Legacy Evolution, maybe? Legacy has had a ton of sublines, so I'm just going to say Legacy Armada Universe Optimus Prime. And here he is in his truck mode. It's the classic Armada truck with like this giant trailer and, you know, cannon, I guess. So it rolls very well, actually. And surprisingly, they actually have wheels under the bottom on the in the back. I figured it would just be molded treads, but no, they actually went all out. So it rolls very nicely. Little squeaky back there, or somewhere. I'm actually not sure where that squeaking is coming from, but kind of squeaky, but it's all good. It rolls perfectly. So there's some nice detailing along the side. It's very kind of G1-esque with the gray stripe up and into the Autobot symbol, which is like kind of out a little bit, not just like in there. That's part of transformation. So here's the back of it, and here he is from the front. Got some nice detailing up there as well with the grill. And yeah, there's not much else to say about this figure, or not, at least in vehicle mode, because it's just, you know, the vehicle mode. It's kind of just a static thing. So I think we should just get straight into vehicle or robot mode. But first, we can show off a little bit of the trailer. So first, it has stands. I guess, I don't know if this have an actual name on trailers. I'm not a big rig guy, but the trailer has stands, so it can just stand up. So I guess that makes sense. And then here we have just the cab, the main Optimus spot. And you can see the super mode hands in the back, but that doesn't really bother me that much. It probably bothers a lot of other people, and I get it, but I don't know. I feel like that's just kind of what they had to do. So the bottom is very clean, though. Not much robot junk, except like the legs, but like that doesn't really look that bad in my opinion. So yeah, it's a good looking truck mode. And before we get into the robot mode, I think we should go into the trailer battle station mode just to get that out of the way and done, because it does have a battle station mode, which is pretty cool, but I don't really care about it that much. But I think we should talk about it anyway, otherwise it wouldn't be really a full review, really. So bear with me here. I don't really remember exactly how to do it, so I'm just going to be going along until we get to a battle station looking mode. So I think we fold up those the stands, and then basically just take everything apart. We just fold everything out, take the back parts out like that. Maybe raise the camera a little bit, but like that, and then just untab everything. You can see those are going to be the legs, and then just fold that out like that, and maybe bring that around. Maybe keep that like that. Again, I'm not entirely sure, so. And then you're going to want to probably bring that up like that. Yeah. And then put the gun on the top like that, and swivel that around. And then these will plug in right there, and on the other side as well. And I think you fold those down as well. Then you bring those out, and then just fold that up so it's like a missile, or the missile pods. And then I think you fold those down as well. So then maybe bring this around. Yeah, you do. Like that. And then that plugs in, so everything is a little bit more stable. The waist piece plugs in on the top of this gray part, like that. And then you fold that piece up. I don't remember why, but that's just how it is. I do remember that part of the instructions. So just kind of an extra mode for the trailer. Can't really see it all at all, but there it is. I don't really care for base modes for trailers. It's nice. It's a nice addition, so it's not just a box or armor, which is what it's going to be later on. But it's all right. I think it's fairly accurate to the show. I don't really remember the base mode all that much, but, you know, it's just a little platform for him to stand on. And speaking of him and standing, we should get him into robot mode, so we might as well push that off to the side a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't fall off the table. So, for him, I'll push the camera back a little bit more, and I'm going to have to push it back even more later on. But for him, pretty simple transformation, which I like. It's basically just take the wheels, fold them back around like that, like so, and then bring the arms out, bring that part down, not that part. Flip the headlights over like that, and then you fold that part down, and then fold it up, and just collapse it so it pegs in, or tabs in. Bring down the shoulders, like that. Bring up the elbows and flip around the wrists. Same on the other side. Flip out the skirts. And then this part, you basically just like fold down his knees a little bit, because they're like, they go forward and back. So fold them down a little bit like that. Then bring up his butt flap and push them back so they're straight. Fold up that piece, these pieces right here, which are the calf covers. And then fold down his toes. And then fold them back up. Like that. And then untab the legs. And after that's done, you have him in his robot mode, which is very nice, very accurate, and a very simple transformation into a very good-looking robot mode. It's has some nice paint. Obviously, it's a painted silver right here, but everything else is in a nice blue plastic or paint, and then red. And there's some black stripes on his chest. And he has the yellow eyes, which is accurate, and that's kind of pretty cool, actually. Optimus with the yellow eyes isn't used much nowadays, so that's kind of cool to see it, you know, back. So, and of course, he has the Matrix. You probably saw that when I was transforming him, but yeah, he has the Armada Matrix, so it's like just a gold oval, basically. But that's really cool. I like that a lot. And then, of course, you can give him his blaster, like that. Pretty big. It's also meant for the super modes. That's probably why it's big on him. And then, not a ton of articulation, but just enough, in my opinion. So, at the shoulders, or first he has a ball joint at the head. So, he can look around fully, actually, up that far and down that far. And then, the shoulders are very strange. That's probably like the worst part about this figure. Not the no waist swivel, but it goes out like that. And then full rotation, which is nice. A bicep swivel. And a double jointed elbow and a wrist swivel, which is pretty cool. So it's kind of hindered, kind of hard to move, but it's there. So that's nice. And then because of transformation, there's this joint in there. That's very annoying, but it's fine. And then the hip skirts can move out of the way. And same with the butt flap. And so his legs can go out that far and back that far and forward that far. And then he has a knee bend that way and a knee bend that way. So perfect 90 degrees both ways, and then an ankle tilt and a little bit of toe movement. But no waist articulation because he has to transform into super mode at some point. So, but even with no waist swivel, he can get into some alright poses. Like that. And then, of course, he has these little silver smokestack guns on his forearms. And you can just take them off. They're 5mm ports. So, you can take them off, but I just prefer to leave them on. But there is actually a thing on the box and the instructions that shows you can put the smokestacks on the gun like this. So, I don't really like that, though. I just keep them on. So, he looks pretty good, though. Like, very good. I'm a big fan of this figure. I see why people love it so much. But for a little bit of size comparison before we get into the big super mode here is, let me straighten him out a little bit. Here is Armada Starscream. Seen this already if you saw my Armada Starscream review, which was before this one. And here is Siege Optimus. He's the only really G1 Optimus I have that's, you know, a good comparison, I think. So, there are those two. And the big reveal, the big moment, we can go into Optimus Prime Super Mode. So, let's start with him, obviously, because we have him here. First, what you're going to want to do is flip around the wrists, so they're not just hands out there. You can still tell they're hands, but they're not so obvious. And then, pivot up the shoulder joints, the inner shoulder pieces like that. And then, this part's kind of confusing, honestly. No, it's not. You push up, since it's a double jointed elbow, you push up that part and push this part back. So it's like this and then like that. And then bring this up and around like that. Nope, that's not true. Push these in like this. And make sure. Like that. And then you want to come to the legs and just split the entire assembly like that. And then push that part down. You don't need this to be pushed back like this. It's shown in the instructions that you're supposed to push this down at some point, so I keep it like that. But it really doesn't matter. You can have it like that in truck mode or the smaller robot mode, and then it just makes it easier. You know, it's just one less step for super mode, but you know, it's just preference. Doesn't matter. And then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to fold this back, and then fold in the foot. Bring it around, and then fold up the foot so it fills in like that. So kind of complicated right there. Not super complicated, but it's just like an extra step that like they didn't really have to do, but it's cool that they did. Same on the other side. Like, oh no, fold it around and then fold it down. It's very stiff, like kind of clicky toe joint, so like that. And then basically straighten everything out. And then there's some tab holes on the gray and then a tab on the blue, and then just tap it together like that. Push that forward like that, or up. And then bring down these shoulders, very heavy ratchets, which are nice. And then straighten out the arms, or bend them a little bit so it has a little bit more life. That, and then you can fold up the head like so. Not that far though, that looks weird. Make sure it's flat, and then bring out the ear pieces, and there we have the top half of the robot mode. And then that part just hangs out, and we'll get to that later. So we put him off to the side. Actually, might as well give him his gun as well, like that. And then for the more serious part, we have the trailer base mode assembly, which is a lot. So basically just want to collapse that, fold it down, bring up the waist piece a little bit, fold that down and fold these parts down, and then fold up or twist around the back treads part, and then you can swivel around the waist like this, bring down the foot, bring back the heel, he does need those, bring down these panels. And then, basically, you just fold up those and just hope for the best right here, like that. And so it comes out straight like this, folds up a little bit, folds down a little bit, and then it tabs in at the platform piece. And then you fold down the waist piece, the waist skirt. And that's really about it. And then you fold up that red piece. And that's about it. So now you want to bring him back, put him on like that. Make sure that's flat against his belly. And then for this part, what you actually want to do first, and I kind of just messed it up, is you want to put the silver piece in there first, and then fold up the entire assembly with him on. So basically, do this, put the silver piece in there, and then bring him up like that. And then push that part in, and then bring this red piece down onto his shoulders. And so here we have Armada Optimus in his combined super mode form, and he's very big. So we're going to bring back the camera even more, and then lift up the camera even more. And so there he is in his glory. Very big, very awesome. So yeah, he's massive, really. Here, I'm going to get Commander Class Siege Jetfire, who is actually very big as well, for first size comparison, just to show off how big he is. So he's still huge, but he's also very big. So I'm actually very far back from the figure. I don't know if you can see that, but I had to move back the camera very far to get him just fully in frame, because wow. So I'll take him away, and as you can see, there's a little bit of yellowing on him, so that kind of sucks, but unrelated, sorry. But yeah, he looks great. Really, he looks awesome, and I love super modes like this. Oh, there is a part I missed for the super mode transformation. I apologize. You take this out, fold up the trailer stands, and then fold them up like that, so it fills those pieces out. Gives a little bit more design. Like that. There we go. So sorry about that. No, that's not going up. Why isn't that going? Oh, okay. But man, he's awesome. So for articulation, I'm just gonna bring him back. He has a ball joint at the neck, so you can look up that far and look down that far, and then full 360 at the head. And then a ratchet joint at the shoulder. It can go all the way around. And then he has an up at the shoulder and down. Not down, but just up. So get more dynamic shoulders. And then an out at the shoulder, a bicep swivel, and a elbow bend. He also has a wrist swivel, and his fingers can move. So that's pretty cool. I like that. You can have like a grabby pose. And also these pieces can get out of the way, and you can have more articulation. But I don't think you're really supposed to do that, but you can. And then he has a lot of articulation at the waist skirt, and then a waist swivel, which is cool. Then he has movement at the other skirts, the side skirts, for more posability at the legs, which can go up and out that far, which is very nice. And then another ratchet at the hips, go forward that far, and because of this thing, he can't go back that far at all. So then he has a thigh swivel, moving the whole thing, thigh swivel, a ratcheting knee, a heavy ratcheting knee. Wow, love that. And then an ankle tilt, very far ankle tilt. So quite a bit of articulation, very nice. For being so big, he has quite a bit of articulation, and it's not even that hindered other than the butt. So just gonna get him straightened out. There we go. Yeah, he's really good. He's a really cool super mode, very good modern rendition of the Armada figure, and he doesn't burn people's houses down, because there was a case from another reviewer, Bolt Matrix, where his Armada Optimus figure, the original Armada Optimus figure, the gears, because they had for a while there, they were doing, I guess, automorphing technology, which basically just like you press a button and it starts transforming on its own. That figure had that, and the gears got stuck and it basically started burning. So it didn't actually, I don't think it actually burned down his house or anything, but that's kind of an issue. Glad they got rid of that from this figure, I guess. But still amazing. Great update. Looks amazing compared to the in-show model. And for some more comparisons, here is the Siege Cybertron Optimus, or Galaxy upgrade, because it's not really Cybertron. So here is that. Hopefully we get an upgrade of him at some point. I do like that figure though, so it's just a lot more people are vocal about not liking it. So I feel like at some point we're probably gonna get an update, and hopefully they do Energon Optimus as well. Even though that like show sucks, but it'd be cool to get it as well. Then here he is with the other comparisons from earlier, just to show off how the difference in size. So yeah, he is a commander class figure, so he's expensive, more expensive now, because I don't think he's on the market officially anymore. I think they've brought him back a couple times to like Hasbro Pulse and Amazon and stuff, but more often than not, you're gonna find him for way more expensive than retail. And retail was like $80, maybe $90, something like that, because he's a commander class, so he's very big. And it actually makes sense for a commander class because, yeah, instead of just like a small robot with a lot of articulation like Rodimus. So yeah, he looks amazing. It's a great figure. Love the gold, love the silver. The colors are awesome. So this has been my review of the Transformers Armada universe. I messed that up. This has been my review of the Transformers Legacy Armada universe Optimus Prime. So hope you guys enjoyed. There was a couple mistakes, but hopefully it doesn't turn you off too much. And thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.